Hey everyone, welcome back to the Book Cave with me, Jenny. So today I have part 2 of my Goosebumps slash middle grade horror video for you, and we will be continuing with Goosebumps Slappy World in this. The first one I picked up was Judy and the Beast, and this honestly reminded me a lot of the very first Goosebumps I read, Beware the Snowman, in that it was a very snowy setting at the base of a mountain, and there was something to do with the top of the mountain. And yeah, this was really fun. It follows Judy, her older brother Ira, and her father, and basically every spring her father goes up to a mansion that's at the top of the mountain, and he always takes Ira with him but doesn't let Judy come. And this is the year Judy is about to turn 13. Her brother's only 15, and so yeah, she decides to sneak away and finds out that maybe that wasn't such a good idea. And this is one of the later ones in Slappy World. This is number 15. So I did feel like this is one of the ones where the balance of the Slappy interjections was kind of found. And this one also, just again, mostly because of the way it reminded me of Beware the Snowman, kind of brought me back to the original. And one thing that is a little weird to me is the fact that there is, like, you know, phones, like cell phones and stuff in here, and they talk about Instagram and all that. And I mean, I understand that this was published in like 2019 or so, but it's just a Goosebumps with that in it just feels kind of weird to me, especially when I don't remember the originals having a whole lot of pulp culture reference. But yeah, this was again a very fun little one, and had your traditional Goosebumps ending that I just find those hilarious for some reason, and I always have. They Call Me the Night Howler is actually a superhero story, and there are a few of them scattered throughout the original Goosebumps and Nightmare Room, but there's only 2 others that I can really think of. So this was actually really, really fun for me. And this follows Mason Brady, who is obsessed with superheroes and comics, and is very interested in becoming a comic artist. And in this particular world, it seems like superheroes are real, for reasons that we will find out. And he goes to the Comic Book Characters Hall of Fame Museum, and some things happen. And yeah, this was another kind of fun little story, and it had kind of a fantasy twist, which I did enjoy seeing. And again, with the twist ending, that I just found absolutely hilarious. And this is one that I would love to see a sequel to, because I feel like there's a lot that could be done with a sequel to this particular one. Please Do Not Feed the Weirdo follows Jordan Kepler and his younger sister Carla when they go to Carnival World and see a strange thing in a cage and find out why exactly that is. So this was another fun one that kind of really called back to the original Goosebumps with like the monster and everything, you know, obviously from the cover there. One thing that did annoy me a little bit was there's a specific scene set in school, and the protocol behind it, I know for sure would not be like up to par. the students have to stay, but the parents can leave. Yeah, I highly doubt that. That just irked me a little bit. But, you know, that was obviously something minor. And, yeah, this was definitely one of the better ones. Other than that, it did really feel like the originals. And, yeah, just super fun overall. And this is one that I really like the cover for. And I feel like the cover as well kind of calls back to the originals as well, with just kind of like the really exaggeratedness of it. But yeah, I believe next I will be going on to Escape from Shutter Mansion, so I will let you all know what I think of that one. So as I said in my last video, I read Escape from Shutter Mansion, and this was another fun one that really called back to the originals. I'm finding that actually most of these do. I know there's a few I've said that haven't, but this just kind of has the same feel. And this follows Riley and his twin sister Scarlett, who live 2 blocks from a supposedly haunted mansion that is the basis of a video game called Escape from Shutter Mansion. This is Riley's favorite video game, and he is pretty much obsessed with it, always plays it, and so he's a little freaked out by Shutter Mansion because it's a horror video game, and everybody else thinks that, oh, you know, he's just scared because of the video game and stuff. And this one actually takes quite a while to get to the actual, like, true horror of the book. I questioned for most of it, is it true or is it all in his imagination? And it was honestly probably the last about 50 pages or so, which I guess that's about half the book, that you finally start to get answers. And I did like that Slappy's epilogue gave an answer to one question that we did have. And I kind of really liked the fact that this one brought in video games that kind of updates it while still keeping the feel of the originals and kind of throwing in that psychological aspect. But yeah, like I said, really fun series. I'm still really enjoying this, and there will be 2 more yet to come in this video. I'm not sure which 2 they'll be, but they will definitely be from Slappy World. And yeah, I'll let you know when I get to another one. So as I said in my last video, Night of the Squawker follows Cooper and Anna Clavin and 3 of their friends and their parents. And this is kind of an interesting one. So Anna likes to try to find and help injured animals. And one day she finds an injured bird. It bites her, and she starts acting quite weird. And I did like this one, at least most of it. I feel like this shows a really good brother-sister dynamic when they are a little closer in age and everything. However, there were at least 3 plot holes that I can think of that to me seemed to kind of be a big deal. I did, however, again, find the ending hilarious. I don't know why I find R.L. Stine's cliffhanger-like endings so hilarious, but I really, really do. And yeah, so overall, this one was just okay. Not one of my most favorite, but it's definitely not, like, at the bottom of the pack or anything like that. So the last book I read for this video is Fright Night, and this is also the final book in the Slappy World series. Obviously, they're all standalone, so you don't really have to read them in order. I only mention this because this one only had one Slappy interjection, so I feel like, as I've said before, as we get later into the series, that stride is found a little better. But this follows Kelly Crosby, who has just moved to a new state and town, and finds out that there is something in his school called Fright Night, where this monster that lives in the basement to protect the school is allowed out. And yeah, this honestly was one of the funnier ones. Just the twist ending, which is classic R.L. Stine, had me absolutely howling. Like, that was one of the best twist endings he has ever done. Although I don't see how there could have been another twist ending. But yeah, that was really fun. I did really enjoy this. Like, the humor throughout it all was great. I did, however, feel like this one was a little weird. Like, usually it's not kind of this up front that, like, everybody knows about it. And, yeah, that part was just weird. Like, everybody knew about it. All the parents knew about it. All the teachers knew about it. And, like, everybody was just okay with it. That was one of the weirder parts. But, again, you know, I can kind of overlook that. And I do agree that this one reads maybe a little bit younger than some of the other ones. Although, again, that's been kind of an ongoing theme, that some of them do read a good bit younger. So that's everything I have for you in this second collection of Goosebumps books. As always, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please hit that like button and subscribe. That way you'll never miss a video that I post. And also, I always love hearing from you all in the comments. Let me know, did you read Goosebumps when you were younger, or other R.L. Stine books, like the Fear Street. I completely forgot what it was called there for a second. Fear Street, anything like that. I always love talking about these books. And yeah, I will see you next time in the book cave.